My name is Dr. Octavio Pino. I'm a former professor from the University of Miami and Nova Southeastern University. And I met Braco in Miami about a couple of weeks ago when he was there. A friend of mine suggested that I go see him. I brought my mother along. My mother is 94 years old. She has osteoporosis and she's walking with a walker. And after she went to two gazing sessions, she started walking so much better. She was able to bend her knees, and I was really amazed with just for the fact that she was there a few minutes, and she was able to walk so much better. And then her pain started to disappear, and now she doesn't have any aches anymore in her body, except for a little bit in her knees. Still, her knees ache a bit. And every time she might get some ache back, she would look at a picture, and she's very religious, so she takes it on faith, you know, and she just asks him for the pain to go away, and the pain goes away. So that's the experience I've had with Braco and, of course, my mother. Well, you see, I think Braco can be explained scientifically, and it can all be it can be explained in terms of the energy. Braco is a man that has tremendous capabilities as far as his brain is concerned. We have 1 trillion neurons in our brain, and we probably use like 10% of the brain. So he's a person who uses a little bit more of the 10% that the average individual like you and I might use. And the neurons in the brain, you know, they communicate electronically, electromagnetically. One neuron, one nerve cell, connects with the other with a spark. Now that spark produces a frequency, and the frequency can be measured. They go from 5 hertz or 3 hertz to 15 hertz. Now, obviously, they're very low frequency, and not all the instruments are sophisticated enough to be able to capture those frequencies. However, the human body is, because if I emit a frequency of 5 hertz, 6 hertz in my brain, your brain can also synchronize itself with mine. And you can also start emitting those frequencies. So what Braco does is through his eyes and through his voice, because the frequency can also be transmitted visually as well as through the voice, he gets in touch with your brain so that your brain starts making neurological connections that it hasn't done before. It can be explained scientifically. It's not hocus pocus, you know, like some people might think it is.